What is good, and welcome back for today's episode of The Hobbyist. In today's episode, I'm going to be prepping these cards for grading. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little sneak peek into my process into getting cards ready and some of the tools that I use. First thing though is you want to make sure you have a nice clean cloth. This is a microfiber cloth. It is a large cloth. And so I'll typically just lay this flat, and then I will set my cards on top of here after I take them out of the top loaders and all that stuff. So I'll set them flat on there. Then I have some smaller, few different microfiber cloths here that I'll use in my process. So some various tools that I use. I do have a little putty knife here, flat putty knife. Sometimes you need a little help getting the card up off the stage. Call this the stage, I guess. So we'll have that. I do have a magnifying glass. So I do use this to look at the card, the surface, and the edges and corners. This does have a light, LED light. So I have that. I have a loop as well, and this loop actually has, let's see if I can show you, this loop has where's the camera? Might be hard to see, but the loop has some grid lines in it. This has a light too, so let me see if we can turn that on, see if they'll show up. It's hard to tell, but this actually does have some grid lines in there, and I use this to check for centering. I use that to check centering. I'll calculate the centering and just make sure it's within the tolerances for whichever grading company. Well, I use CSG, so to make sure it's in the tolerances for the CSG 10. And then I have a bottle of water. This is not for me to drink. That water goes into this nice little mister. So what I will do is I will mist the surface of the card very lightly, because I don't want to cause any water damage, and then I will wipe the card down. I don't use a dry cloth because if there are any granules of dirt or anything like that, that can scratch the surface. So you kind of want to use something that will give it a little bit of, lessen some of that friction. So I do use a little bit of water, tiny bit, not a whole lot, not much at all. And then in case I need it, I do have a black light here. So those are the things that I use. And in the event, I might find like some stray cardboard pieces on the edges of a card. I do have a pair of tweezers that I will use to pluck those off. Obviously, this is only for a onesie-twosie type of deal. If you got like a whole bunch of them, probably not going to work very well, but there are times where around the corners, sometimes there are some little stray little things hanging off, so I'll pluck those off. And when I get the cards ready to sleeve, I do have penny sleeves, and I have some post-it note tags that I will tab on the back. And then I have the card saver or UV saver, whatever you use. So those are the things I use. Let's check them out in practice. So the first card here is LeBron James freshman season. I've looked this card over. This came in a first graded slab. It was graded a 10. Looking at it closer under magnification and all that stuff, I don't think it's going to grade a 10. I'm not going to be able to get this on camera for you with the magnifying glass, but what I'll try to do is I'll try to hold it up to the camera, see if it zooms in on it. Well, I don't know. That's probably not going to work. Anyhow, so I have looked at this. Let's see if I can do something here, but that's not looking too promising. So I have checked this out already. There is some minimal corner wear on this thing, which kind of makes me think it won't be A10. So there's a little bit of a corner issue there. And that one looks okay. So I think there's enough wrong with this that I'll probably bump it down to a 9.5. But let's check out my process here. See if I can angle this down some too. It's gonna be kind of tough here. Let me. This thing doesn't go much lower. There we go. Okay, so first thing is first is I'm going to get my towel, my second cloth ready. And then what I'm going to do is get my water sprayer. And I'm going to mist this very lightly. Just a couple quick passes like that. I will fold up a corner of the towel that's laying on, and then I will lightly wipe away the mist, the residue mist. Okay, I do have my dogs in here with me, so just an FYI. So now I'll take my little putty knife here, lift up the edge, and then I will work on the back side. Do the same thing. Give it a quick mist. Hold one edge, and then lightly wipe it down. And then once I'm done, I'll flip it back over. And I will put this in a penny sleeve. Brand new penny sleeve. Open on that end there. And we'll gently slide this in. Try not to force it. There we go. Slide that in just like so. And then I will get a tab. And place that on the back. And I've got my card saver here. I'll just slide that in. Just like that. And then I will do that for all these. So I'll try recording this whole process, but I'll probably speed up through the rest of it because it's all going to be the same. So I just wanted to document this though. You can see this one looks like it has like some fingerprints on it there. So on the surface, try to get those off. This is the cleaner copy of this one that I have. I have two of these. One of them's got a corner issue here, ding, bend, crease, whatever it is, surface crease, surface wrinkle. This one is the cleaner one. Here is the second copy I have, the one that's not so clean. This copy also has quite a few more surface scratches on it too. I did notice some light surface scratches on the front of this card. I know they were there before, so we'll see how much that impacts the grade. Yeah, this one's got some light surface scratches on it too. You'll see them right there, right in this area. I think these cards are notorious for that. Again, got some light surface scratches here. Very noticeable here. This is the card that was in the graded 9 from, I forget the name of the grading company, but this was graded a 9 from a lesser known grading company. I kind of looked at it and I think it has a shot for a 9 with CSG, so we will see. The back of the card is where most of the corner and edge issues were. So hopefully, like I said, this still grades a 9, but I'll be happy with an 8. Okay, that's going to do it. Here are the cards I'll be sending in again for a second time. Well, I won't be sending them again for a second time, but I will be reviewing them for a second time. Star date, members club or members only, class of 96, row 0, row 1, row 2, Julio orange, red color match, last dance, and Holo Jam 1, Holo Jam 2, rookie preview, and the draft pick number 13, and freshman season. So that's going to do it, everyone. That is my process. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me and checking that out. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll let you know when they come back. Take care. I will see you in the next one. Collect what you like.